on this. It's available in PDF format on the line
Yes,
somewhere.
yes. I'll give you information for that.
Great.
Okay?
I want that one.
Okay. When 9/11 happened, they got marginalized again. Bob kept on with the paperwork going anyway, and appealed it, and appealed it, and appealed it all the way up to the Supreme Court. Okay? And we got our 10th Amendment issue all the way up to the Supreme Court. Before the entire Supreme Court would hear it, it has to be reviewed by a 3-judge en banc panel, which was done in December of 2008. What the 3-judge en banc panel came back with a statement. They said, yes, the First Amendment and the Bill of Rights in the Constitution states you have a right to petition your government for a redress of grievances, but it does not say you have a right to have it heard, and it does not say you have a right to an answer. Okay, now that right there.
That would seem to be implied by the right petition.
Now, if you remember back when they first did the Constitution,
All sorts of other
they kicked it back and they said, no, it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. We want some enumeration. We want some words in there saying that we have these rights specifically. And what did they do? They went back and they wrote the Bill of Rights. Okay? So that they could specifically enumerate, shall not be infringed. We know what those words means. It's pretty damn plain. Okay? Well, you see how they've taken the plainness of these words and with time and colloquialism and changed the language. Oh, it doesn't mean what it meant back then. Bullshit! It means exactly what it did back then. I'm telling you, I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so upset. When I found out it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, I'm livid. After everything I've been through, I get to this point, and to hear something that absurd coming from the people that are supposed to be representing me, I had to do something. I had to change something. I had to make some kind of statement. I sat down with my pen and my paper, and I wrote these words right here that I'm going to read to you, okay? We the people of the Ron Paul Revolution, in order to redirect our beloved America towards forming a more perfect union because it has strayed mightily from that path, reestablish justice by negating all laws repugnant to the Constitution, implore a gradual reformation back to our originally mandated constitutional restraints of limited government so as to ensure domestic tranquility, make provisions for the common defense a primary concern by demanding the immediate securing of all our borders and rescinding all laws that infringe upon our right to keep and bear arms. Promote the general welfare by declaring all taxes on labor in any form as slavery and intolerable by any free people. Thereby secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Once again ordain and establish our Constitution for the United States of America as the supreme law of the land.
Post that on the site.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I sat down. It took me about 2 hours.
Please post that on the site.
This is what we started with. This is what we aimed at. How do we get back to where we started? How do we get back to where we were aiming at?
Put it on the site.
This is how to get back.
Resound with people like
this.
If it's on the site, every site that I go on, I will cut and paste and put it on. That's a promise.
Yep.
2 hours. Moving and changing, and this doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. When I got the last stroke done, it was like something out of a movie. It like went. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I believe to my very heart that I'm making history.
yes.
Yes, that will resound.
Okay.
When we get it
It
spread
will.
out.
So are you.
It will
That's what
all
we're
over
doing.
this
We just got to make one change.
Everybody says, "Well, I don't like
No,
this. I don't like that."
We got to take
don't
out.
like-
We got to take out the Ron Paul Revolution. And what was it we came up with on Thursday night?
It wasn't really come up.
It came up. The what revolution?
I wanted to change the Phoenix Revolution. They said they want to keep Ron Paul's name in it, and it's like.
Well, we need something that's more national.
Right.
The We the People Revolution.
I honestly believe that this current revolution that I'm a member of and that I'm fighting began on March 12th, 2007, when Ron Paul announced his candidacy for president. That's what started it. A lot of people want to drop Ron Paul off. Okay?
I'll tell you.
I'm one of those people where I've got my problems with Ron too.
I want to be honest with you about something. The only
Well, what can we do? What did the first guys do? We've come full circle, okay? Before, they had, an imperious government that was doing things to them they didn't want to do and weren't being represented. What did they do? They created a Continental Congress. They sent representatives from each of their colonies to one place to talk it out and figure out what they can do.
Yep.
What did they come up with? The Declaration of Independence.
What, do you know that the Constitution was rejected 5 times?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about what did they come
And
up
it
with?
took another, 4 years for the Bill of Rights to come about?
Okay. I got a lot of material here and I need to get through it. Okay? What did they do? We're trying to do the same thing they did. Okay? We are in the process of right now, we're in the nomination phase of nominating people that we feel would properly represent us at a Continental Congress. Okay? Our Give Me Liberty site, GiveMeLiberty.org. If you go there, you can click on Arizona and it'll show you our state. At the bottom it shows you who our nominees currently are. Okay? That needs to be filled in with more people. There's only like 6 or 7 right now.
I nominate you.
Well, somebody else said they were going to nominate me and I haven't seen it come up there.
I'll go on the site tonight when I get home.
As the Arizona State Coordinator, I'm a delegate, alternate delegate anyway. Okay, so I'm going to be going and I'll be alternate delegate, but there's a lot of people who say they want me as delegate. Hey, put my name on there. I mean, if people vote me in, that's what's going to happen. So right now, we're in the nomination phase. We're getting people organized. We're setting up voting locations. You're going to be able to vote online or at a physical location. We've got one in Mesa and one in Phoenix set up so far. And if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to send this around. You can put your name and contact information where I can contact you. And if you get a chance, go to GiveMeLiberty.org and register with the system. And if you can get involved, I think this is the next step for free people. And for me personally, this is the last step of a free people, because after everything I've been through and everything up to now, we're going to do this. This is going to be big, okay? It's going to be for 2 weeks in November, from November 9th to 22nd in Pheasant Run, Illinois, which is 30 miles just outside of Chicago, okay? It's going to be simulcast on the web, the whole thing, and it's going to be big. Not only do we have 3 people representing us from each state, we're also sending invitations to the entire state legislatures stating, hey, the feds are screwed up, we're done with them, we're doing this now like they did before.